People really don't understand the true cost of our shopping habits. Are you ready to uncover the dark side of consumerism and your shopping habits? Have you ever stopped and thought about the sheer amount of stuff we buy? The mountains of clothes, gadgets, and trinkets that fill our homes. It's almost as if we're on a relentless pursuit, a never-ending quest for more. But more of what exactly? More happiness? More fulfillment? The truth is, this insatiable appetite for consumption comes at a cost. It's a cost that's often hidden, buried beneath layers of marketing and societal pressure. We're bombarded with messages that tell us buying more will make us happier, more successful, more complete. But beneath the glossy veneer of consumerism lies a darker truth. A truth that impacts not just our wallets, but our planet, our well-being, and our very souls. This endless cycle of buying, using, and discarding is unsustainable. It's draining our planet's resources, fueling climate change, and leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. But there is a way out. Stay tuned to discover how we can break free from this cycle and make a positive change. The journey begins now. But there is hope. By understanding the forces that drive consumerism, we can begin to break free from its grip and find contentment in experiences rather than things. Consumerism. It's a word we hear often, bandied about in discussions about the environment, the economy, even our own personal habits. But what does it actually mean? At its core, consumerism is a social and economic order that encourages the acquisition of goods and services as a primary goal. This insatiable appetite for more is fueled by a complex web of factors. Advertising, media, and even our own social circles bombard us with messages that equate possessions with success, happiness, and a sense of belonging. It's about creating a culture of desire, a constant yearning for something new, something better, something more. To understand the insidious nature of consumerism, we need to delve into its origins, to uncover the forces that propelled it from a niche economic theory to a dominant global force. The seeds of consumerism were sown during the Industrial Revolution, a period of unprecedented technological advancement and mass production. Suddenly, goods that were once scarce and expensive became readily available and affordable to the masses. This newfound abundance created a unique problem for businesses: overproduction. With factories churning out goods at an unprecedented rate, the challenge became convincing people to buy more than they needed, to desire more than they ever thought possible.
Enter the world of marketing and its most influential figure, Edward Bernays.
Bernays' techniques proved wildly successful, laying the groundwork for the consumerist culture we see today. His methods were quickly adopted by businesses across industries, transforming the way products were marketed and consumed. No longer were products simply sold based on their practical uses or inherent value. They were imbued with aspirational qualities, promising not just convenience or functionality, but also status, happiness, and social acceptance. This shift from needs-based consumption to desire-based consumption marked a turning point in human history. If you found this insight intriguing, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of consumerism. Bernays understood that to truly drive consumption, you needed to appeal to the subconscious mind, to tap into the primal urges and anxieties that lurk beneath the surface.
One of my most famous campaigns involved promoting cigarettes to women. At the time, smoking was considered a predominantly male habit. Don't forget, like and subscribe right now. I saw an untapped market, a way to double the potential consumer base for cigarettes. But I needed to break down the social taboos surrounding women and smoking. My solution was both ingenious and manipulative. I staged a publicity stunt at the 1929 Easter Parade in New York City, hiring a group of young, attractive women to light up cigarettes in public.
This strategy of linking products to potent social movements and aspirations became a hallmark of Bernays' work. He understood the power of associating consumer goods with positive emotions, social status, and even feelings of belonging. From promoting bacon as a hearty breakfast staple to linking soap with moral purity, Bernays' influence on marketing and public relations was profound. He helped to create the blueprint for modern advertising, with its emphasis on emotional appeals, celebrity endorsements, and the relentless pursuit of consumer desire. His legacy is evident in the way products are marketed today, often appealing to our aspirations, anxieties, and insecurities, rather than simply highlighting their practical uses or inherent value. Bernays' techniques, while undeniably effective, raise important ethical questions about the role of marketing and the manipulation of public opinion in a consumerist society. The rise of consumerism has also been fueled by the illusion of choice. With countless brands and products vying for our attention, we're led to believe that we have more freedom and autonomy than ever before. But this overwhelming abundance often serves to mask a more insidious reality. Many of the choices we make are carefully curated by corporations, designed to keep us trapped in a cycle of consumption. This illusion of choice extends beyond the products themselves to the very values and aspirations that drive our consumption habits. The result is a society increasingly driven by material pursuits, a society where genuine connection, personal fulfillment, and a sense of purpose often take a back seat to the pursuit of the next must-have item. This relentless pursuit of more, the constant craving for the latest and greatest, comes at a steep price, both visible and hidden. The environmental consequences of our consumerist culture are well documented and increasingly dire, affecting ecosystems and human health alike. From the depletion of natural resources to the mountains of waste clogging our landfills, our planet is struggling to keep pace with our insatiable appetite for consumption. The sheer volume of waste is overwhelming. The fashion industry alone is responsible for a staggering amount of pollution, with fast fashion brands churning out cheap, disposable clothing at an alarming rate, contributing significantly to environmental degradation. These garments, often made with toxic dyes and synthetic fabrics, end up in landfills, where they can take hundreds of years to decompose, leaching harmful chemicals into the environment and contaminating soil and water. And it's not just our planet that's suffering. The human cost is equally devastating. Workers in developing countries, often toiling in dangerous and exploitative conditions, bear the brunt of our insatiable demand for cheap goods, facing long hours and minimal pay. They are the unseen faces behind the products we so often take for granted. Their lives and livelihoods sacrificed at the altar of our consumerist desires, struggling to make ends meet while we enjoy the fruits of their labor. Consumerism thrives on a culture of instant gratification, a desire for immediate satisfaction, and a disregard for long-term consequences. It encourages us to prioritize short-term pleasure over long-term well-being, fueling a cycle of consumption that's both unsustainable and ultimately unfulfilling. This emphasis on instant gratification extends beyond our purchasing habits to our relationships, our careers, and even our sense of self. We're conditioned to expect immediate results, to seek out the quickest and easiest path to happiness and fulfillment. This can lead to a sense of impatience, a lack of perseverance, and a diminished capacity for delayed gratification, essential qualities for building meaningful lives and fostering a sense of purpose. Our relationships suffer as we prioritize material possessions over genuine connection and shared experiences. Don't forget like and subscribe right now. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on the impact of consumerism and how we can create a more balanced world. Perhaps the most insidious aspect of consumerism is its ability to erode our sense of self, to convince us that our worth is tied to what we own and how much we consume. We become so caught up in the pursuit of more that we lose sight of what truly matters: our values, our passions, our relationships, and our contributions to the world around us. This erosion of self is often subtle, a gradual chipping away at our core values and aspirations. We begin to prioritize material possessions over personal growth, social status over genuine connection, and the pursuit of fleeting pleasures over the pursuit of lasting fulfillment. This disconnect between our true selves and our consumerist identities can lead to feelings of emptiness, anxiety, and a pervasive sense of dissatisfaction. Breaking free from the clutches of consumerism can seem like a daunting task, like swimming against a relentless tide. But just as we were conditioned to embrace this consumerist mindset, so too can we learn to challenge and ultimately reject it. The first step is awareness. We need to recognize the insidious nature of consumerism, how it preys on our insecurities, manipulates our desires, and ultimately leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. Once we see through the illusion, we can begin to reclaim our power as conscious consumers. We can choose to opt out of the relentless cycle of buying, using, and discarding, and instead embrace a more mindful and intentional approach to our consumption habits. Breaking free from consumerism requires a fundamental shift in values, a reorientation of our priorities away from material possessions and towards more meaningful pursuits. It's about rediscovering the simple joys of life, spending time in nature, connecting with loved ones, pursuing our passions, and finding fulfillment in giving back to our communities. This shift in values also involves embracing a more sustainable and ethical approach to consumption. It means choosing quality over quantity, durability over disposability, and supporting businesses that prioritize ethical sourcing and fair labor practices. This new set of values emphasizes experiences over possessions, personal growth over material wealth, and genuine connection over social status. Central to this shift in values is the concept of enough. In a consumerist society that thrives on the relentless pursuit of more, embracing the idea of enough can be a radical act of rebellion. It means recognizing that our worth is not tied to the size of our bank accounts or the number of possessions we accumulate. Embracing enough is not about deprivation or denying ourselves the things we enjoy. It's about finding a sense of contentment and gratitude for what we have, rather than constantly striving for what we lack. This shift in perspective can be incredibly liberating, freeing us from the relentless pressure to keep up with the Joneses and allowing us to focus on what truly matters: our values, our relationships, our passions, and our contributions to the world around us. We've journeyed deep into the belly of the beast, haven't we? We've seen the dark underbelly of our modern world, examined the seductive nature of consumerism, the allure that draws us in, its insidious grip on our desires and aspirations, shaping our dreams and wants. We've seen the puppet masters pulling the strings, the unseen forces at play, crafting narratives that equate happiness with having more, always more. They tell us that fulfillment lies in accumulation, but we've also glimpsed a path forward, a way out of this maze, a way to break free from this cycle of consumption and rediscover what truly matters. It's a journey back to simplicity and meaning. Remember the mountains of waste, the piles of discarded dreams, the environmental devastation wrought by our insatiable appetite for stuff. The cost of our endless consumption is staggering. Remember the faces of those who toil in dangerous conditions so we can have cheap clothes and gadgets. Their suffering is the hidden price tag. These are not just abstract problems. They are the harsh realities we must face. They are the very real consequences of our choices, of a system that prioritizes profit over people and planet. But here's the thing, we are not powerless. Every purchase we make, every product we covet, every advertisement we internalize, these are all choices. Choices that shape our world. We can choose to continue feeding the beast, to keep the cycle going, to remain trapped in the gilded cage of consumerism. Or we can choose differently. Or we can choose to break free, to seek a new path, one that values sustainability and humanity. It starts with awareness, with recognizing the insidious ways consumerism has infiltrated our lives, our thoughts, our very sense of self. This awareness is the first step towards change, a crucial moment of realization. It's about questioning the messages that tell us we need more to be happy, more to be successful, more to be enough. These messages are pervasive, but we have the power to challenge them. Because here's the truth, you are enough. Right now, with what you have, with who you are. Embracing this truth can be liberating and empowering. Let's choose to invest in experiences, not things. Experiences enrich our lives in ways that material possessions never can. Let's prioritize quality over quantity, durability over disposability. This shift can lead to more sustainable and fulfilling living. Let's support businesses that align with our values, companies that treat their workers and the environment with respect. Our choices can drive positive change. Let's rediscover the simple joys of life, the pleasures that come from connecting with nature, with loved ones, with our own creativity and passions. These moments are priceless. This isn't about deprivation, it's about liberation. Liberation from the chains of consumerism that bind us. Liberation from the constant pressure to consume, from the relentless pursuit of more. It's about finding peace in simplicity. It's about reclaiming our time, our energy, our attention, and redirecting it towards what truly matters. Meaningful activities that bring joy and fulfillment. This is a call to action, a call to choose differently, to consume consciously, to live intentionally. Every small step counts. The power is in our hands, and the time to act is now. Together, we can create a more mindful and sustainable world. Join community initiatives that promote sustainability. Participate in local groups that organize eco-friendly events and activities. Educate others about the impacts of consumerism. Attend or host workshops and seminars on mindful living and conscious consumption. Advocate for policy changes that support sustainable practices. Engage with policymakers to push for regulations that curb excessive consumerism. Practice minimalism by decluttering and simplifying your life. Focus on what truly adds value and joy to your existence. Support local artisans and small businesses. Choose handmade and local products that have a lower environmental impact. Embrace a zero-waste lifestyle by reducing your waste and recycling. Small changes in daily habits can make a significant difference. Celebrate your progress and inspire others by sharing your journey. Together, we can build a community of conscious consumers. The future is hopeful. By taking these actions, we can envision and create a sustainable world for ourselves and future generations. Don't forget to like and subscribe.